Okay, as I said, now I can't use to find the velocity here directly. I can't use these equations to, I can use this, but it has t. I can't t squared. It will be more complicated. Now I need to find y maximum. If I find my y maximum, then I can use this equation. Okay, starting from point 1 to point 2, if I use this equation to find the highest altitude, v2 squared in y direction is equal to vy1 squared plus 2gy. This is y maximum. Okay, v at the highest point is 0, and vy here is 50 sine 30, which is 25 as we said, but squared, plus 2 multiplied by negative 9.8, which is the gravity acceleration, multiplied by y max. Okay, that 25 squared is 625 minus 19.6 y max. In this case, I can find, if I move this term to the left hand side of my equation, then 19.6 y max is equal to 625, and y max I can divide by 19.6, then y max, the highest altitude, will be 31.9 meters. This is the required number 3. Okay, I find it now. I can now use the first equation, this one. y3 here, this is y2. y3 is equal to 0. It is the same as the initial, the same altitude as the initial point, which is 1 and 3. They are at the same altitude. So y here is equal to 0. y3 is equal to 0. y0 in this case is y2, which is the maximum altitude, which is and we find it to 31.9 meters. V at y2, v here is equal to 0. So this term will be neglected, will be 0. This is this term. This term will be 0. This term is y max. This term half minus 9.8 multiplied by t, falling t, going down t, but square t. Okay, I remove these terms. Then I have 31.9 minus 9.8 over 2, this term, multiplied by t going down time. Okay, I can put this in the other side of my equation. 9.8 over 2 is 4.9 multiplied by square t is equal to 31.9. Okay, I divided both sides on 4.9. This is the square t. The square t of falling t is 6.5 second squared, because this time is squared. I need to find t by take the square root of this value here, and the square root is 2.55 seconds. I have two values, positive and negative. I don't need to take the negative value. And note that the falling time is the same as the climbing time. In this case, I can find and calculate flying time, okay, which is the going up time plus the going down time, which is equal to, because they are both are equal, because there is no friction force due air, and this friction force is neglected. So it is equal to 2 multiplied by t climbing or 2 by t going down. So the flying time is 5.1 seconds. So this project spent 5.1 seconds to fly from point 1 to point 3, passing through point 2 at the mid of this time. Okay, I need to compute now the maximum altitude. We computed it before. Now here it is 31.9 meters. This is the maximum altitude. Okay, I need to compute x max. X max, it is a distance or displacement from the velocity law. X is equal to Vx multiplied by t. T is the flying time, which is 5.1 seconds. Vx, we find it before, which is 50 cosine 30. At the first sheet it was 50 root 3 over 2, which is equal to 43.3 meters per second. This value, it is 43.3 multiplied by the flying time. The maximum x displacement, which is the range of my, or not the range of our projectile body or object, is 220.97 meters. Okay, what's the last thing? Okay, I need to compute v, the velocity at the third point here for x and y direction. Okay, look here, it is easy. I need to compute vy final, which is vy3 at this point. This is vy3 and this is vx3. To find vy3, okay, what we need to do, we need to use this simple second equation, this one. Okay, v3 is equal to v2, v final is equal to v initial always. The v next is equal to v before plus the acceleration multiplied by the time between the 2 points. The time between these 2 points is t going down. Okay, v2 is equal to 0. v2 is equal to 0. v3, we need to find it. G is negative 9.8 and t falling down is 2.55. So the velocity at this point is negative 24.99, which is 25, but in negative sign. The negative sign means that we are going in the negative y direction. So v3, vy3 is equal to minus 25 meters per second. Okay, vx at the third point is equal to vx at 2 point and vx at 1. Vx is constant, which is 43.3 meters per second. Okay, note that vy3 at the final point is equal to minus vy1, which is minus 25 meters per second. We have the first velocity in y direction 25 in positive direction, and we have it here negative 25 in negative direction. Okay, the speed is the resultant velocity. This is vx and this is vy. This is 25 and this is 43.3. This is the speed. I think that it will be 50 meters per second, and this angle is 30 because our first speed is 50 and the angle is 30, and the body fly from here to here. Okay, we can compute the final speed. V total is equal to vx squared plus vy squared at that point, which is point number 3. We can put these values of for xy, vx and vy, and the final velocity will be 50. Its magnitude is 50. Okay, what is the direction of that? I can use tan theta is equal to y over x, and this is theta, and tan inverse is the magnitude of theta, which is minus 30. You can solve this question again and again, and be careful that we can't solve a projectile motion altogether as a bulk question. We need to separate it between the points. We need to take point number 1, point number 2, point number 3, and look at this important case. Maybe we are standing on a building or something like that, and we have this projectile motion. We need to divide this motion to different stages. We have point number 1, point number 2, point number 3. We can find the velocity here. It is the same as the velocity, this angle, and this is minus the angle. If this V naught, this will be V naught, and we can then find this distance. Let us call it x prime, and this is maximum x from here to here, which is equal to Vx multiplied cosine multiplied by the time, flying time, plus this. Vx will be constant, but Vy will change. Vy here is 0. Maybe we have another shape. Maybe we have this projectile motion from here to here. Maybe you can't take the projectile motion all together. We need to take it at the points. Maybe you see this is difficult. I don't know. It is easy if you take it at a point. But when you train more and more, it will be more easy. And good luck in that.